such an asshole.
I'm not lying. I'm not trying to be edgy. I'm not trying to stake out a crazy, look at me, everybody. I'm on top of the mountain with the flag. I'm telling you because it's true. Corporate management is dumb. Swear as my blood is red, you do not become the leader of companies in the United States by being the best. You do it by conforming and saying yes. It is skis. It is schmoozing. It is Game of Thrones backstabbery, which actually they, not to go off on too much of a tangent, but when I was doing the research for Curse of the High IQ, why smart people have to tolerate stupid people all the time. That's not the subtitle, but it might as well be. Is lower intelligence people, which your MBAs are. Your MBAs are in your 100 to 105, like rank basic bitch IQ. Intelligent people don't lie as much. I'm not saying there's not immoral, intelligent people, but they don't see the point. Like, well, why would you do that? Because you logically conclude, well, after 5 turns, people are going to expose your lie, or it doesn't bear any anchoring in reality, and whatever you're trying to achieve will fail. Not your basic bitch MBA. They will do for example, is office politics beneath you? Not for these fuckers. That's how you get the CEO. Look at Bob Iger, look at Disney. Look at those fuckwits at Disney. You think they're actually intelligent? They might, okay, I'll grant you, maybe they're 110. They might be the kings of shit hill. They might be the really intelligent MBAs. They went to Harvard. Congratulations. You got a 111 IQ. You can wipe your ass, cleanly the first try. But you do not. But for the rank and file, for the vast majority of U.S. companies, they are headed up by truly average, mundane, and I would say immoral, and not all, but morally questionable. Like, oh, if I do this, like, I remember one time sabotaging my work. Like, what the fuck are you doing? But this guy, that's what he's doing. He probably somewhere is heading up a division right now because he's willing to play the Game of Thrones. No, I don't have time for it, and neither does most of my audience. So when I say corporate leaders, whether that's your supervisor all the way up to the CEO, how do you think the banking industry got caught with its pants down on the dot-com bubbles and then more recently the housing? How do you think that is? It's not they were smart. They were conformance, not performance. And so now here, and I'm not saying that my boss is a dick. Everyone's boss is a dick. Be like, why is my boss an idiot? Yeah, because your boss is an idiot. They are. They're truly stupid people. I mean that every literal sense of the word. So when this pops up, I'm like, really? That's why long-term any intelligent person can't work for. You're going to have to work on your own or go somewhere else before working for anyone else in an established company. It just isn't going to work. They do not have the intelligence at their helm, no matter how much they claim. So someone sent this to me from Minneapolis. Thrivent, which many of you don't know, it's kind of a regional financial planning firm, a finance firm for Lutherans. Originally, I don't know if they've expanded their client base, but it used to be, what was it, AAL? I think it was. It was financial planning for Lutherans. It was a fun company there. Oh boy. Is the coffee also like watered down and in the basement at Thrive? Is that what the coffee is? Do we have ham sandwiches? Okay, good. It's Lutheran. Thrivent spreading prestigious art collection to office walls to entice workers back downtown. There you go. I want to, I do. I'm not going to. I'm not advocating this, but in my darkest of souls, I want to grab these people. Where you put them in blocks and put them along the main drag in Minneapolis and just take some a little bit more than a yardstick. Maybe just beat their asses in public. How stupid. Now, of course, now the internet goes up because we have corporate idiots in charge. Just give it a second. Oh, could you imagine my world, man? Maybe it's different in Singapore. I don't know. How stupid do you have to be to make it any more complicated than pay us more, let us work remotely, and let us do our jobs? I want to know the person that came up with this so we can get him out of the tribe. That person is going to make a critical mistake when the warring tribe attacks us or the mammoth is coming. He's going to get us all killed. Thrivent, I don't know. I know as a group, you authorize this, you're a bunch of fucking morons. You're a joke. You're an embarrassment. You're embarrassing yourselves right now. I don't know why any talented, intelligent person would want to work for you because you have some. What is the management like when we take this temperature and like these fucking idiots think that having their artwork on the wall is going to entice people to come back downtown where all the action is. And by action, I mean people, stabbing you, shooting you. Go look up Minneapolis. Look up the fireworks battles they have, which do kind of look fun. Minneapolis, ain't that where everyone built the buildings down twice? Okay, just want to make sure. And your mayor and your governor said we thumb up your ass for 48 hours before deploying the National Guard? Hey, I know. What Karen from Edina did you have in charge to think that was a good idea? And fuck you for thriving. Fuck you many times. I'm using you now as an example for everyone. Like, this is not an employer you work for. And to show generally that employers are so stupid. Thrivent's not like this piddly little company. It's not huge either. I remember applying for it one time and I didn't get the job. Surprise! What did I do wrong? I'm going to try harder. Apparently a 3.96 GPA isn't enough. Oh, I didn't play hockey with your son back in the day over in Eden Prairie. Oh, that's why I didn't get the job. But the goalie, they played to you. Oh, he got the job, even though he has a degree in biology. All right. Oh, you overinvested in mortgage-backed securities in 2006? What a shock. And now you think an artwork collection up on the walls is going to get people to come in and work where people shit in the streets and stab you. Oh, wow, you must have your MBA. While managers get to choose artwork for their walls, employees can also weigh on the pieces hung near their cubicles. Do you hear this? Do you hear this? Written by Dee DePass of the Star Tribune. I don't know if she's aware of how idiotic this sounds, or maybe she's like purposely undermining. Here's two fat carrots. There's a picture. Joanna Lindell left and Jenna Reck talked about the etching ornamentation by Minneapolis artist James Boyd Brent that Reck chose for her office. Oh my goodness. Excitement. I get to choose my artwork. Oh my God. I pick, I'm pretty hard on the Zoomers and the Zillennials and the younger types. Like, guys, get off your ass and get a job. And then I see this. I'm like, they got a point. They got a point. I haven't read this article. I don't know how cringe it's going to get, but it's already pretty cringe. Thrivent is using its vast and prestigious art collection as one of the perks of coming back to the office. The Minneapolis-based financial services firm that boasts $162 billion in assets under management is letting managers pick pieces to adorn their personal offices. Art from the collection already lines halls, break rooms, the plaza ceilings, and conference rooms. The offer of artwork for offices began late last year, and so far, 36 management have met with the curation team. Oh, a curation team. Well, do ding dingly shucks howdy. The goal is to have 80 offices with artwork by the end of next year. And now the Star Tribune wants me to pay for it because they obviously have gotten a ton of traffic because this is so ridiculously stupid. No, Minneapolis. Let me interject now. Let me talk about the Star Tribune. Ever since I set foot in Minneapolis in 1993, and have since left, the Star Tribune was across the river telling me and people like me, either because we were conservatives, libertarians, or Republicans, we weren't Democrats, or because we were white, or because we were males, that we were the cause of all the problems, that we had to pay more taxes. It has forever been a propagandist arm, not necessarily of the Democrat Party, but just your rank and file, basic bitch, worthless leftist rag trash. All you are is a group of adult children who at the time used, well, we're the main newspaper. Like, that's gone. That's gone. We now know what you are. You are a bunch, and you always have been, a bunch of adult children who didn't want to work real jobs and want to be popular by writing backwards rationalizations as to why everybody should have everyone else's money. That's it. That's all you are. And the idea that people are going to pay for your fucking subscription in today's modern age, please shut the fuck up and close down already. You're as naive and dumb and ignorant as Thrivent, thinking that artwork is going to get people to come back downtown. I'm trying to see. Here we go. Let's go to Racket. Let's try this. Plus more dirt on Phillips. Drink to Hawaii. Okay, this sounds like a Minneapolis. Okay, here. This is more. Thank you. This is the Racket, Minnesota. These guys sound like they're more honest. New dystopian carrot to lure you back to cubicle. If a manager can't watch over and or pester you in real life, what purpose, if any, does that manager serve? This is guy. Okay, here we go. This is the real journalists. Corporate America has been gripped by this fear since the pandemic started waning, with legions of do-nothing bosses trying like hell to end work-from-home hegemony, at least for people with bullshit computer jobs like the author of this very blurb. To get you into the office, they're dangling free food, loosened dress codes, freaking ping pong, contemplative spaces, and as reported in today's Star Tribune, prestigious works of art. Hilariously, managers at Minneapolis-based financial services company Thrivent Financial will get to choose artwork for their office walls, though employees can also weigh in and on pieces hung by their near their cubicles. Empowering. Let me make sure. In a puffy strib, Star Tribune story that should inflict actual pain on your souls, readers learn that the Fortune 500 firm has amassed a collection of 1,300 religious masterpieces. Why aren't you running the company? Why is there a curation team? In addition to 500 modern showstoppers over the last 5 years, 36 bosses oversee the curation team that hangs paintings throughout the new $125 million HQ in Minneapolis. Apparently, Target Corp, Cargill, and General Mills also hoard museum-quality archives. I will say I did work security at the Pillsbury a long time ago, and they did have an original Rockwell, and they wanted us to make sure that that was there. You make sure this is here. Like, the building could be on fire and all the employees could die. You grab this painting and make sure it gets out of the building. So it was kind of cool. I will admit that was cool. But you need like one. You don't need 500 art pieces. This is a new way of working, according to Thrivent's art director and chief curator, Joanna Lindell. Holy affirmative action job, Batman. Why do you have it? Tom Rasuer, a curator at the Minneapolis Institute of the Arts, very generously describes the program in terms of worker agency. I think what is really unusual about it is that people get the choice, he says. Or I just get my Cowboy Bebop poster up behind me and do what I want anyway. For like, I don't know, 20, 30 bucks of materials. You get a veto power just over what your boss offers you. Careful, Thrivent. If you give an employee an original Yinka Shinoberry, he might ask for a union. Dean Phillips, trust fund baby. Who are these people? The Racket? Who is this? Jay Bowler. Racket, Minnesota. J.M. Bowler. I've never heard of this, but this actually sounds like, oh, he's got 5,000 subscribers, Minneapolis plus 2 harbors. Racket, Minnesota. Okay, there. If I ever want to, I'm going to write this down. Jay Bowler. Racket, Minnesota. If I ever want, and it's not because they're conservative or Republican, it's just they're taking down Dean Phillips, which that's a whole other different thing. So there you go. That was it. Where did I go? Here we are. But the point I'm trying to make, aside from this being stupid, is a point I've been making for coming up on almost 10 years now. If you are slightly intelligent, or you just have a work ethic, let's say, or a sense of self-respect, you cannot. The dream of I'm going to make it big at a corporation is over, and it has been over for decades. If your long-term plans include I'm going to get and rise, become girl boss, like for example, oh my God, especially with girls being so conditioned right now for you poor girls to go and get on this Titanic, this ship is sinking. This ship is not going to make it across the ocean. You will waste your life. And look at that. They actually believe it. Like, I get to choose the artwork. And for those of you who are younger or you're in the middle of this, like, is it me or is everyone an idiot at this company? Yes, they're an idiot at the company. It is corporate America is no longer tenable. It's not functional. You need to become part of the 1099 superior race, become a contractor, become a hired gun, and or get your own thing going on. And you also need to become a minimalist so you can get out. Everyone's going to have to go into this. I had to work at Wells Fargo. Right? I had to work at a bunch of sucky employers because I needed money. I needed food. And then slowly but surely, I got to this weird point in my life. Don't know how we got here, but I got here. It's been my dream to work downtown Minneapolis where all the action is. Because this would be your life. Hang on. There goes the internet again. Just give it time. That's what we got to do. Yeah, we're back. You're going to waste your life on the premise that there's some kind of meritocracy, that there's some kind of sanity, and that you can get ahead through hard work in an institution that is mentally ill and insane. You're not going to get, look, you think this Joanna gal, the art curate, you think they got there through merit? Like, oh, well, you know what this company needs? We need an art department. You don't think there's some fuckery going on? You don't think the captain's drunk at the wheel? And this isn't just Thrivent. It's just Thrivent tipped its hand. It opened up the curtain a little bit too much for us to see everyone having sex with donkeys. Right? Like, oh, God, am I working there? But this is every company. Every company. And so you fine, go work, make your money, get it on your resume. But there is no future in working long-term for corporate America. There isn't. And you're going to be much happier, much better off working on your own. Say, oh, I see. You, whatever. Pick Wells Fargo. Oh, you hired a bunch of nepotists because whatever. You played hockey with them, went to school with them, and they weren't the best. Or it was an affirmative action hire. You just wanted to suck some ESG dick. All right. And now, shock, the people who aren't the best are fucking up the works, including the managers that hired them. Right? And you need me to come in and fix up your shit. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be $300 an hour. And no, I don't work downtown. I'm not your employee. There is a day the 1090, it's already happening. I know one guy, IT guy, like, oh, we had to get a bunch of contractors in. Why? Because they fired their 2 main IT guys. And I'm like, what? They can't find it. Oh, are they having troubles? Oh, they are. They can't go inside. They got to go outside. They got to go out, and you want to be that guy outside or gal. So when Thrivent, oh my God, people were embezzling money, and what do we do? Oh, they're going to hire Chad Elkins, CPA. Like, yeah, I'll clean up I'll go do some forensic accounting, find out where the money went. Oh, hey, it went all to art, and then they took the art and they shipped it overseas. Well, I don't know where it is. It's somewhere in Paraguay. That'll be $450 an hour. But can you take diversity? Well, you require all our contractors to take diversity and inclusion. No. Oh, yeah. Well, that's $5,000 an hour for me then. You pay me $5,000 an hour. I'll listen to some pissed off black woman tell me how I'm the devil incarnate. No, just nothing is everything's my fault, but magically nothing is their fault. Just yeah, $5,000 an hour, asshole. Or you could play the game. No, you can't afford me. Well, I'll show you. I got my MBA from St. Thomas. I'll show you. I can't afford. My parents afforded everything. I'll show you. My God, I'll take money that's not mine, and the stockholders should pay you your $5,000 an hour. I'll show you. All these. There's some clever IT guys back in the day in the dot-com bubble. They go to like these schmucks at Goldman Sachs or Morgan Stanley or whatever. And like, we can't understand if this is too highbrow, too technical for you. I'll show you. We'll fund you, your stupid dot-com idea. I'll show you. Oh, there you go. So let's go to the super chats, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of the day off. Look at all these generous donations. Today's money goes to coffee. I'm going to go to a coffee store and sit and enjoy some coffee. A Brave. I'm even dressed in civilian clothes, like not my workout or work clothes. Although I do gotta I gotta reprogram security cameras because I got a new router. Not to bore you with IT work. Stuff art curators can't do. Lavish Patch Kid, 10 generous dollars. Companies have been able to say things off the record. If everyone works remotely, everything is a matter of electronic record. They have to get them all back to there. No, they don't. See, that's the thing. There might be some external. Someone was talking about how cities, the municipalities, are saying, you better bring people back here or we're taking away the preferential tax treatment we gave you. Which to me, I'm like, look, can you just not have these deals and just have a universal law? But here's the taxes. You want to set up shop here? Here's the taxes. They don't change. We don't F around with you. This is here forever. These are the rules. I honestly think it is old boomers and Gen Xers who just, they can't, it's that 104 IQ that these MBA assholes have. I need to see people because I'm too stupid to understand the work can be done remotely. It is stupid people. There might be some political or financial incentives, but it really is stupid people. Corporations and their managers are stupid. That's why they're stupid. Reen Schwartzer, $10. Preach. When I go into the office, half the people are on Instagram or looking down at their phones. Boss, we need to get back to the office. Me, it's 12 and I'm done. What now, boss? I don't know. Exactly. Here's another thing. If they ever say you got to come into the office, say, when I'm done with my work, I leave. That's a perfectly reasonable thing. When I'm done with my work, I leave. I don't want to, and you have to, because the employees are stupid too, just so you know. Because this happened to me twice. I come in here, I'm done, I go. Or I could come in whenever I want. I will get you your 40 hours. And then I'd leave because it was a nice day. Why does he get to leave? Because he negotiated that. And he comes in at 3 a.m. to do the. Do you come in 3 a.m., Becky? You don't? Corporate America is nothing more than a continuation of middle school and high school. That's all it is. That's all it is. Dude, you are a 48-year-old woman. Shut the fuck up. Samant Mansour, $5. You said somewhere that you ran 11 miles a day to get over a heartbreak long ago. How long did it take? I got deserted 2 months ago and it still hurts. It depends. It took me about a year. Um, and then I won't lie, that helped. And yeah, time and all that other stuff. But it also helped that I got a ton of pussy. I won't lie. It helped that there were a couple and some fun gals in there too. I can't imagine it hurt. Um, yeah, one gal was a friends with benefit, and that took away a little bit of the pain. It was, oh, maybe the day isn't so gloomy after all. Um, yeah, it'll take a while, man, but it will go away. And you know what's great? It's like getting, chicken pox or whatever when you were a kid. You won't get it again. Because after that, you're like, "Oh," and then you'll maybe find out some things like, "Was she doing that?" You get like, you're immune to it afterwards. It's like, you don't get heartbroken really ever again. Because pain is you essentially realizing you were living by a lie, and now you know the truth. And now that you live in the truth, you're like, "Oh, well, that's not gonna happen again." I mean, not to say you won't be, like a girl you really like goes, "Oh," but compared to any other gal that, that came after, it was almost comical. Like the one who like ghosted me after for 2 weeks and then all of a sudden saw me at a bar and wanted to introduce me to her parents that were downstairs. I'm like, "Really? Okay, this will be it. Sure. Why the hell not?" I guess there's an element of freedom, but yeah, just keep on, dude, Sam, just keep on going, man. The worst, look, 2 months, you're over the worst part of it. Just keep on going. Keep on going on, man. And then, yeah, and then also you'd be like, "Oh, yeah, there's a lot of here's another, I mean, this just is with age, but life is so much better now than back then, with or without the girls is what I'm saying. It's a lot of guys are like, "Oh, there's no reason to live." It's like, no, hold in there. You have no idea what's coming, and usually it's pretty good. Look, generally speaking for guys, life gets better, right? Can't be a guarantee because it's always individual, but it all of a sudden you're like in your 40s, like, "Holy shit. Once I stopped believing the bullshit and made decisions in the real world, life gets pretty darn easy." Drew, $2, but Cappy, they have to justify that office space. No, they don't. They could turn it into residential. We got the switch right here. I believe me, guys. Every time the old timers of corporate America want you to believe that no, it's way more complicated than that. You don't understand. So and you're like, "Oh, okay, it must be way more complicated." No, it's not. It's not. Turn the downtown office spaces into residential. I have spoken. You don't understand. That's going to take money. Yep, that it will, but it's going to be a better option than you trying to keep this zombie downtown office space open with people who just aren't going. And I don't know if you know it's about employee turnover. It goes quickly now. Yeah, corporate America can either get with the times and realize that if you want employees, especially the younger generations we go, they're going to insist on working not downtown. And you could save money or and have employees or not. I don't really care what you do with your real estate portfolio or your commercial leases. I'm not paid enough to consult you truly average people. Our future MD 2, 5. There's a channel HOE math. Oh, girl math, where he explores people's. Oh no, that's different than girl math. Whole math, where he explores people's one-dimensional thinking partners. Hwamins and corporate leaders, truly brilliant. Okay, yeah, I might check it out. Ass bucket, $5. So glad you read this. Screw corporate jobs. We are saving so many young people today, men and women. Of course, the girls are just going to girl boss all their way to sterility. Have fun with that, girls. But we are saving a lot of you young people out there from going into bad degrees, choosing bad professions, and going to work for these corporate. Like the peak of the corporate thing was the 80s. That was it. It's over. Even in the 90s, there was a little bit of like a downtown culture. Like it was vibrant. There were people going around, but the jobs all sucked and they were pointless. The downtown as a concept is dead. It's dead. There's no reason for us to all be there. We can communicate over the internet. And I think the small town America is coming back. And if you want to live in a small where it's walkable, you don't have to commute anymore. You would think the environmentalists and the Democrats would be all over this shit. Like, no, telecommute, less traffic, less death on the roads, less divorce, less pollution. Oh, but we'll get downtown. Oh, the action. Line you up in blockades and beat the shit out of all of you. Drew, $2. These CEOs live to work and misery loves company. Yep, they do. Drew, $2. The back office policies will backfire horribly. It already has. It already has. You can't look. Disney is trending down. They haven't lost money yet on a quarter, I'm saying, but they're losing revenues, and their profits are going down. Soon it will not be a viable company. I want you all to worship minority genitalia that isn't straight and disabled. If that is, you want to go ESG and replace it with profits and efficiency to the point you can't pay your employees anymore because you're not making enough revenues to cover your expenses, fine, you're a dead entity. But culturally speaking, corporate culture, employee speaking, there's no reason for you to work at any of these corporations. It's like homeschooling. You shouldn't be sending your kids to the public school. There's no reason to go there anymore. Learn online. Love your kid. Teach them at home. They'll learn quicker, faster, better. All Daft Punk-like. Harder, better, faster, stronger. They're graduating with their high school diploma at 12 and an engineering degree at 16, and they're working and making $75,000 at 18. The unrepentant tycoon, $5. Companies must get to write off art purchases and reap the benefit of art appreciation. They're not doing it to be nice. No, but then if they sell it, then they got to pay a capital gains tax on it. I have no idea. Probably the CEO at one time was an art curator, wanted to have art. And then he knew Joanna, and Joanna went to, we're sorority sisters majoring in art and theater, whatever bullshit. And now they're all boomerang and like, look at this. I'm the art curator. All I know is it's not serving the shareholders well. Our future MD, $5. Time for the boomers to sell the boats and giant skyscraper offices downtown where all the action is. Code from home and will quit if they try this. They are good. There's a lot of, it'd be interesting to look at the baby boomers portfolio from a corporate perspective. I don't know what else you're going to do with the skyscraper except make it condo living. I've been saying this for, 10 years now, probably. Florida Henry, $5. Oilfield corporate is full of unbelievably head-scratching, incompetent people, but I look at it as job security. Yeah, there's an element of that, a broken window fallacy. Like, I wouldn't have this job if your dad's raised you right. I wouldn't. Like, if your mom didn't sleep with a scumbag and spit you out and then divorced the scumbag or never married the scumbag in the first place, maybe married your dad but left them and your dad didn't raise you, I wouldn't be here. You know, my course link below, Achieving Financial Excellence. All right. I have that link below. That course wouldn't exist because you'd have a dad that taught you. There's also my course, The Dad You Never Had. Like if you had dads, I'd be a banker or something. Oops, sorry. Did you see FBF got convicted on all accounts? Who's FBS? San Francisco. Who's FBS? Oh, Sam Bankman? Yeah, well, that guy. You could just look at him. You could tell. Yeah, actually, you could tell. You could tell. Drew, $2. It's older people who want to go back into the office. Well, let them. Let them. Hermit with a cool stick, $5. My boomer boss is so hands-off, it's ridiculous. Good. I could hide in the corner all day and he'd be the last to know. But does he make you come into the office? I mean, that's kind of nice if it just, I mean, it happens. There's good boomer bosses. They're just exceptionally rare. And they should be gone. You fuckers should be retired by now. Surge Lifestyle, $5. I'm going to put my 20 years at corporate, then I'm done. I'm at year 11 and working remotely. No BS at the office. Good. Sometimes it works out. PT Ramos, $2. Running sucks for the first couple years. I don't know. I got into it. It took me 3 months to get I went from cycling to running, and they are different muscles. Drew, $2. This is why I invest and I'm buying freedom. Yep. Freedom, guys. Take my course, Achieving Financial Excellence. We touch on minimalism there, but the less money you need, the less of these corporate cocksuckers you have to work for. Vlad Elkham, CPA, $2. Any thoughts on the Vikings quarterback situation? I heard he got injured. I don't care. The Vikings will not win a Super Bowl. The team is perennially losers because the state is perennially losers. Your $1 billion stadium in $2008, whatever the hell it was, didn't help. Drew, $2. Work-life balance and minimalism is more important. It is. Drew, $2. 2 years in and 8 more to go to retire. Soldier on. Whim, $15.95, $5. HR middle managers are useless if they can't throw pizza parties and team building activities in person. The fact they're allowed to exist, I have no, shows you shouldn't go there. Hermit with a cool stick, $2. I work with robots. It needs to be in person. All right. So you need to be there. GS, $2. Going to New York City for Thanksgiving. Pray for my safety. Good luck. And Osama Abdu, $2. AC, thoughts on writing a Red Pill movie screenplay? I'm against it in one main thing. Nobody likes politics. See, for example, all we would be doing is a male version of She-Hulk. Does anybody, men and women, like a bunch of genuinely misogynistic guys just bitching about women all the time? That wouldn't make a movie. In other words, it's not creative. It might have a political message, but it's not going to be fun. No one's going to like it. And so we'd be just doing like the Marvels, girl boss. It'd be boy boss. It'd be the same hypocrisy. Oh my God, we're so brave and amazing because we got a dick. And those people without dicks, oh my God, the problems of everything. Am I right, boyfriend? That's slop. That's shit. Now, if you want to make a good movie and there would be maybe some red pill undertones or subplot, or it would be indicated, okay, that'd be fun. But no one likes a sermon. And maybe there's a time and Oliver Stone, who hates America. If you like, let's make a movie that criticizes America and we hate ourselves. Every once in a while, there's a time for that. But I think we've had enough of that for the past 15 years. America sucks, men sucks, capitalism bad. We need girl boss pie. We're done. The Mario Brothers did good. I don't think a red pill movie screenplay, like you could have I have an idea for a comic book, which would have definitely some red pill undertones, but it would not be the main thing. But there'd be some dark serious shit that happens where it's like, oh crap. And then anyone who was red pill aware would be like, wait, that's what I see what he did there. Other people would just be still entertained, but shocked, like, oh my God, that happened? Like, yeah, that's what happens. When you remove men from society, that's definitely what happened. But you go, girl boss. But I think we're all burnt out on politics in our shows. Sean, $2. Thoughts on being laid off and rehired again? Well, if they laid you off with a severance, we're nice about it. Sure, go back if you want. But if they're like, we're firing you because Karen got sand in her hoo-ha, and then we fired Karen. Oh, Karen's the one who stole all the money. We're sorry. Like, go fuck yourself. What I would do if that was the case, you were wrongly terminated, I say, you're giving me a hiring bonus, non-refundable for $25,000. And you go in, and the second they fuck with you, you walk and you take a $25,000. But we paid you $25,000, non-refundable. Bag a dick store, go down there, order the big one, and choke on them. All right, that's it. Link below, Achieving Financial Excellence. Please learn to escape these people. You're going to be dependent on them a little bit, but make it as briefly as possible. And that's it. We're out of here. I'll see you guys later. Toodles.